This is part 3 of the RC10 long front shock conversion / complete overhaul project. Basically the rolling chassis is done now. Everything's all set, so I'll just go over what I did since last time. I first want to mention that in the first 2 videos I talked about the different things you need to do to these Dynotech arms as far as dremeling them and grinding them out and everything to make them fit right. One thing that I had forgotten to mention is that on the rear arms, there's one more thing you need to do, and it's to grind out a little bevel on the inside bottom corner. So if you don't do that, that corner will get stuck against the chassis here, and you won't be able to have full articulation in the arm. Okay, so that's the last thing you should have to do to the arms to get them all to work right. So let's see, we'll start with the rear. I made a few changes since last time. I found an RPM gearbox on eBay, and I figured it would look nice on this because it's white. There's really no other reason why I got it. So I decided to get that and install it. The gear reduction in this is a 2.65 to 1 gear reduction. That's meant for the RC10T. The RC10 stealth transmission had a 2.25 to 1 reduction. That or a 2.3, something like that. So if you do decide to put this on your RC10, it will fit, of course, but you will have a higher gear ratio, so you won't have as much top speed. You'll have to run a smaller spur gear and or larger pinion. But I got this more really for the aesthetics than anything else. I also bought fresh rear bulkhead and battery cup here because the original bulkhead right here had a little cut mark on it, and I basically just, and I think the battery cup, I have it somewhere. It also had a cut mark somewhere, so I just wanted some nice fresh parts to make it look nice and clean. Thankfully, Team Associated, because of the RC10 Classic re-release, they are, they do provide part support for some of these older parts now, so they're easier to get. Like the spur gear cover here. This is a brand new part. I got it from A-Main Hobbies along with the bulkhead and the battery cup here. This used to be a very, very difficult part to find. But now, because of the re-release, super easy to find. They're like $3 or so. So brand new, all set to go. No problems there. Okay, so let's get to the front here. Oh, also I put body posts. These are also brand new from A-Main with body clips. Because I'm running the 10T front nose plate, I have to put the body post here on the steering rack, as you would see in a Worlds car. So in the Team car, and I believe also in the Championship edition, the body post would mount here on the RC10 plate. Right, here's the RC10 plate. There's a hole right there in the center, but the body post there. And then in the Worlds car, they started putting it here on the side. But here I'm forced to do that because there's no equivalent hole in the center of the RC10T front nose plate. Okay. Okay, so what did I do? I made a few changes. I decided to get new castor blocks and spindle carriers and wheel axles because the castor blocks that came with the car that as I got it, I think they were probably like a 15 degree or 10 degree castor block. Normally I run 30 degree castor on my RC10s. Not that I would ever run this. This is really a shelf queen, but I wanted to pick up 30 degree castor blocks, and since these are black, I figured I'd get black spindle carriers and finish the look there. Speaking of black parts, I also did a little bit more color matching with the bottom ball cup here on the shocks and the rear shock bushing. So the front and rear shock bushings are now black plastic, and the bottom ball cups are all black plastic. That way there's no mismatch. Previously this was white and this bushing was white, and it didn't quite look right. Let's see what else here. Okay, so arms are done, caster blocks are done, steering's done. I put an RC10T aluminum bulkhead brace here. This wasn't on here previously, so I picked this one up off of eBay actually. And you don't really, I don't think you need this if you're going to run your RC10 like this, but I had seen people do RC10T fronts on their RC10 and include this brace here, so I figured I'd just put it on there. And I think that's it. That should pretty much do it. So hopefully these 3 videos have given you an idea of what you'll need to do if you want to basically make this car. If you have any questions or anything, please feel free to post them. And thanks for watching.